Hey, what's going on, guys? Short Views here with another KoF 13 trial tutorial. This time around we're gonna be looking at Duo Lon's trials. His trials, I would say, are on the harder side of things. There's a lot of extremely precise hops involved, and the timing for some of these is extremely strict. But as long as you know what timing to look for and have patience and determination, you'll be okay. Now, he's a very unique character both in feel and appearance, and he has his own specific game mechanics, but don't get discouraged. It's all very doable as long as you're doing it the right way. And that's why we're here for, so let's get right to it. Alright, trial 1. As always, very simple, very basic, but a good way to get familiar with a character's rhythm and timing. Crouch and light punch 3 times, then go from down to forward in a quarter circle forward motion and press punch. Repeat 3 times, then cancel into quarter circle forward light kick. That'll make him teleport to the dummy's backside. And here's 2 important tips for the quarter circle forward punch 3 times into quarter circle forward kick cancel. That will come in handy later on. So let's learn it now. You don't have to do quarter circle forward punch and then quarter circle forward kick. For the last rekka, you simply do quarter circle forward punch and quickly press kick afterwards. Almost blinked. So quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, kick. So the quarter circle forward punch will count as the quarter circle forward needed for the quarter circle forward kick. So we're basically buffering it. And the second tip to keep in mind that will help us later on is delay the third rekka. So learn to do it properly now. Quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, take a slight pause, and then do quarter circle forward punch followed by kick. So learn to delay the last rekka. It's good to do it like this because it gives us a split second to recollect your thoughts and think about what's coming next. And every second counts. And then simply finish with a standing heavy kick. You can just smash heavy kick until you get familiar with the timing. Use this trial to get familiar with his quarter circle forward punch chain. Trial 2 is all about the timing. Need to be calm and relaxed and don't do it too fast. I guess it feels like you need to be super quick because of the forward light punch, back teleport, forward light kick. But the forward light punch gives deceivingly long hit stun. So the first thing you should practice is the crouch and light punch, standing heavy punch 2-frame link. Keep doing it until you get a feel for it and gather some consistency. Once you're confident, we're going to chain the forward light punch command move followed by quarter circle backwards light kick into forward light kick. If the quarter circle backwards light kick doesn't come out, it means you're doing it too fast. Try without the 2-frame link first. Heavy punch, forward light kick, and then slowly do a quarter circle backwards light kick, quickly chained with forward plus light kick. So again, the quarter circle backward light kick must be done slow, but the forward light kick that follows must be done fast. One last time. Crouch and light punch, 2-frame link pause, heavy punch, chained into forward light punch, quarter circle backwards light kick, forward light kick. If it helps, you can start holding forward for the heavy punch and keep holding forward for the forward plus light punch. Trial 3. Not much to say about this trial. There isn't any particular shortcuts or tricks to it. You're just gonna need a little bit of speed in your execution. Jump heavy punch on the ground, chain with forward plus light punch, and then very quickly do a quarter circle backwards, half circle forwards punch. It's not like super fast or anything like that, but it does require some speed. So just practice until it connects. Remember to initiate the quarter circle backwards motion as soon as you press forward plus light punch. Don't wait for the forward plus light punch to make contact. Okay, trial 4. This is where a lot of people hit a roadblock and get a bit discouraged while doing Duo Lon's trials. They're thinking it's only trial 4 and it's already this complicated, but trust me, it is not, as long as you tackle it the proper way. So let's split it into 2 parts. Part 1 is going to be the quarter circle forward punch into desperation move, and in part 2, we're going to learn the jump in and combo starter. Okay, first let's learn the shortcut for the desperation move. Remember, in trial 1, when I told you to delay the last quarter circle forwards punch? Well, this is where it starts becoming useful. Now, you could do it straight, quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle backwards, half circle forward punch, but it's a little too fast for comfort. So we're gonna use the shortcut. Quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, pause, quarter circle backwards, half circle forward punch, and another punch in quick succession. Since the last quarter circle forward punch can be delayed by quite a bit, this gives us time to buffer the desperation move. Again, quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, pause, quarter circle backwards, half circle forward punch, followed by another punch. Now the key here is the pause. It's deceivingly long. It is not quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle backwards, quarter circle forward punch. It has to be quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, pause, neutral, quarter circle backwards, half circle forwards, punch, punch. Practice and experiment until you get it right. And now that we got this out of the way, let's move on to the combo starter. The way the game wants you to do it is from mid-screen, but for now, let's start in the corner. So in the corner, we're going to jump straight up and hit him with a heavy kick on one of the last frames possible. It needs to connect very low to the ground. Practice this timing first until you automatically and instinctively hit the dummy late. Once you're confident, we're going to add the hop plus instant light kick. Let's completely ignore the forward light kick plus heavy kick that comes after for now. First, we need consistency on the jump heavy kick, hop light kick. You need to hop the split second Duo Lon touches the ground after the jump heavy kick. So, jump heavy kick as low to the ground as possible, immediately followed by hop plus light kick. You need to tap up and press light kick at the same time. Don't hop and then light kick. The light kick is an instant move. Make sure you are very delicate with the hop. Just graze the joystick in the up direction. And now keep practicing until you get consistent. I know it's boring, but this really has to become second nature. So keep doing it for 10 minutes straight until it gets embedded in your muscle memory. Now after the light kick makes contact, simply press forward plus both kicks in the air. The timing is quite liberal. You don't have to do it instantly. Now let's do the full combo. And make sure that you don't overlap inputs subconsciously. Also make sure you go back to neutral. So, from a distance, hyper hop, stick to neutral, heavy kick as low to the ground as possible, hop plus light kick, neutral, forward plus light kick, and heavy kick. Don't drag the stick. The reason I'm telling you to go back to neutral is to show you that the cancel is less strict than it appears. Relax, because there's plenty of time to go to neutral and start the next motion. The second Duo Lon lands, simply press heavy punch, canceled into quarter circle forward punch, another quarter circle forward punch, pause, quarter circle backwards, half circle forward punch, quickly followed by another punch. And remember, even if somewhere during the combo you make a mistake and miss a link, keep doing the combo till the end, even though the opponent's blocking. This way, when everything eventually links, you will instinctively know what to do. Trial 5. Just like with Trial 2, we need to be calm and relaxed. Slow and steady wins the race. I will do it as slowly as the game allows it to show you how lax the timing actually is. It's all about precision, not speed. Crouch and light punch, crouch and light punch, crouch and light punch, then go from crouching to forward plus light punch, Now you have plenty of time to input the quarter circle backwards kick, forward light kick, heavy kick. Take your time with the quarter circle backwards kick, but be swift with the forward both kicks. And now simply jump, heavy kick, heavy punch, immediately followed by forward light punch plus heavy kick. It's an unusual air follow-up, so to help you remember, think of it this way. First you hit both buttons on the vertical line on the right, and then both buttons on the horizontal line on the top, forming an upside down letter L. Alright, trial 6. Now we finally have a trial that's actually fun to do, looks good, and feels good as well. And it's quite easy. If you're just starting with Duo Lon or KoF 13 in general, this should be your go-to bread and butter for now. There is no special shortcuts present, so all we need to do is memorize the inputs and the proper timing. One thing you might want to practice a bit first though is the forward plus both punches linked with heavy punch. Do it on the ground in the corner and get a feel for how long it takes after the forward both punches before Duo Lon can link with heavy punch. Now to the combo. Jump heavy kick on the ground, cancel into quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, cancelled into forward X punch. The forward both punches is the X version, so it gives a lot of hit stun. And we need to take quite a considerable pause before linking with heavy punch. As soon as the heavy punch connects, we cancel into quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, cancelled into forward both kicks. Again, this is the X version, so the opponent will go airborne. And now simply juggle with a quarter circle backwards light punch. The timing is quite liberal. It's not a cancel, just a simple juggle. And the DM that follows is also not a cancel. It's a juggle. So not only it can be done very slowly, but it kind of has to. You need to take a considerable pause before initiating the quarter circle backwards half circle forward punch, or it might overlap with the animation of the quarter circle backwards light punch. And we can't have that since this isn't a cancel. Trial 7 is where things start to amp up. The first thing we need to get out of the way is the timing of the 6 rekas plus quarter circle forward light kick. This is absolutely key to success in this combo, so pay attention. The first 3 non-X rekas must be done extremely slow, almost comically slow. Practice doing 3 rekas in a row as slowly as the game allows you to. 1, 2, 3. Now the 3X rekas that follow, on the other hand, need to be done fast. Not only that, but the cancel from quarter circle forward punch to quarter circle forward X punch needs to be done really quickly. And here's a technique that will help us accomplish that. Because we're doing the first 3 quarter circle forward punches really slowly, Duo Lon's animation on screen will lag behind what we're doing with our hands on the stick. The 3rd quarter circle forward animation will just start while our hands will already be free to do the 3X rekas in quick succession. If you do the quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch with fast or even moderate tempo, you will have to cancel into X reka insanely fast because the animation will be over sooner. So, do the first 3 quarter circle forward punches as slowly as the game allows you to. The timing goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Practice this part until you get consistent at it. If for some reason one of the X rekas is whiffing, or you're getting a weird side switch quarter circle backwards X punch, it means you didn't do the quarter circle forward punches slow enough. So the quarter circle forward punch into quarter circle forward X punch didn't happen fast enough. Now we need to add the teleport. And since the trial already has a lot going on, let's simplify that part. The trial reads 3 quarter circle forward punch, 3 quarter circle forward X punch, quarter circle forward light kick. But we're going to do it like this. 3 quarter circle forward light punches, 3 quarter circle forward X punches, and finish off with a quarter circle forward X punch plus light kick. And the reason we're doing the quarter circle forward light kick as quarter circle forward X punch plus light kick is because the light kick will take priority. since 3x records cannot be cancelled into a fourth one, meaning the only move that can come out is the quarter circle forward light kick. Basically, the game option selects for us. Since we have 3 quarter circle forward X punches in a row, it's easier to follow up with one less quarter circle forward X punch that just so happens to have a light kick attached to it, as opposed to having to reposition your hands and break the pattern of 3 quarter circle forward X punches and go for a kick on the last one. The goal of this technique is to eliminate as much movement and thinking as possible. Of course, this is just to make things easier on you at first. Once you get comfortable with it, adding a standalone light kick won't be a problem. And also, very important, don't pay attention to what's happening on screen. What Duo Lon is doing is irrelevant. Don't look for when the records connect or get chained into each other, because the motions you do on the stick and the moves he does on screen will overlap. So just keep an eye on your timing. You don't even have to look at the screen technically. Just count the records. Once you get this part under your belt, you can do the whole trial. First, practice the startup. Jump heavy kick, heavy punch on the ground, forward plus X punch, slight pause, down back plus light punch. Let's do down back instead of down because it will help us ride the gate a bit better when going into quarter circle forward punch and get a better footing and idea on where we are on the stick. Once you're comfortable, we can do the whole trial. Jump heavy punch on the ground, forward plus X kick, pause, down back plus light punch, cancelled into quarter circle forward punch, pause, quarter circle forward punch, pause, quarter circle forward punch, quickly cancelled into quarter circle forward X punch, quarter circle forward X punch, quarter circle forward X punch, quarter circle forward light punch plus heavy punch plus light kick. Dummy gets flinged in the air. Now we catch him with a quarter circle forward X punch 3 times, quarter circle forward light kick. No pressure on this one. You can do it straight. Quarter circle forward X punch 3 times into another quarter circle forward standalone light kick. However, make sure you're not buffering the quarter circle forward X punch before Duo Lon can move again. After the teleport, take a pause, recollect your thoughts, and catch him on his way down. Don't spam quarter circle forward X punches before he can move again. And now we simply do the desperation move. There's plenty of time to catch him on the juggle since the dummy is going to be airborne again. Trial 8 is important because it will teach us some valuable skills that we'll incorporate into Trial 9. The trial is not that hard, just the startup portion, especially if you're not used to delicate hop maneuvers. So let's break it down piece by piece. First part, from a short distance, hop, go to neutral, press light kick on the way down, go to neutral again, and press forward plus X kick. Practice this part over and over. The first light kick after the hop must be done low to the ground, but not so low that the forward X kick will whiff. Keep trying until you get some consistency. Now I want you to add a forward hop and go to neutral as soon as Duo Lon lands on the ground. Don't think about anything else that comes after. Master this string first. Hop, light kick on the way down, cancelled into forward X kick, and do another empty hop and go to neutral. You can initiate the hop slightly before he lands. It can't be buffered. Once you mastered this part, we're going to add another light kick cancelled into forward X kick after the hop. So, hop, pause, neutral, light kick in the downward phase of the jump arc, neutral, forward X kick, a split second before he lands, initiate the hop, pause, neutral, light kick in the air, neutral, forward X kick. Unlike in Trial 4, here we are not doing hop plus light kick at the same time on the way up. This is a hop, pause, light kick. That's why I wanted you to learn it step by step. Add another piece of the puzzle little by little. You need to consciously stop yourself from doing a hop plus light kick at the same time. But at the same time, you can't afford to hop, take a leisurely pause, and then press light kick, because the dummy will be out of hit stun by then. It's a tight link, and the execution is very precise and delicate. Make sure you're not dragging the stick. Always go to neutral. Going to neutral will physically keep you from pressing the inputs too quickly. Look at my hands. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You need to perceive it in your head as 3 separate motions. Step 1, hop, release. Step 2, light kick, release. Step 3, forward plus X kick, release. Once you master this, the hard part is over. So let's take a look at the entire combo one last time. Hop, go to neutral, light kick on the way down. Once it connects, press forward plus X kick and go to neutral. And it's the split second before he lands, you hop, go to neutral, take a slight pause and press light kick. Another slight pause and then go from neutral to forward plus X kick. The split second before he lands, buffer the standing heavy punch, and now simply cancel into quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward light kick. For this one, we will not use the shortcut from previous trials. This time you have to input an actual quarter circle forward light kick. And as soon as you do, initiate a separate quarter circle backwards, half circle forward, X punch motion. You have to be kind of quick on this one. However, it does connect with the juggled opponent really low to the ground as well, so it's not too crazy fast. Alright, trial 9. Not gonna lie, this one is tough. Very strict, precise, and awkward timing. Tons of things to be mindful of, and many different techniques, one right after the other. But if you know what timing to look for, and you mastered all the techniques from previous trials, it's quite doable. Just don't get discouraged if it will take some time. It's a difficult trial, there's no way around it. Let's get the last part under our belt because it's the easiest, and then we're going to deal with the first part, which is hard as nails. So here we have heavy punch, HD, heavy punch. Going to use the manual HD activation for this one. So learn to press 3 inputs in quick succession. Need to become second nature. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. When the heavy punch connects, we cancel into 3 records. So quarter circle forward punch in quick succession 3 times. But don't go crazy with it. It's not insanely quick, it's just quick. However, after 3 records, you should cancel into quarter circle backwards X punch as quickly as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the most important thing is that you take a slight pause before doing the 3 record juggles. The worst thing you could do is to start buffering and spamming them before Duo Lon can move again. Quarter circle backwards X punch, slight pause, quarter circle forward light punch 3 times. And another super important thing to remember, the records into quarter circle backwards X punch are done fast, while the regular ones on the juggle and the quarter circle backwards heavy punch need to be done really slow and controlled. Look at the difference. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Here we don't cancel the quarter circle backwards punch quickly like in the X version. Instead, we do the opposite. All 4 motions are done with the same tempo. Don't try and cancel into quarter circle backwards heavy punch too early or it won't come out. When the quarter circle backwards heavy punch connects, simply repeat. As soon as you feel like Duo Lon can move again, start doing the 3/4 circle forward light punch, quarter circle backwards heavy punch in a slow, controlled, steady tempo. The second rekka will whiff, but don't worry, it's supposed to do that. That's why you need to count the quarter circle forward light punches in your head. Seeing the middle one whiff might throw you off. While doing rekkas, never pay attention to what he's doing on screen. Just count the actual times you did the quarter circle forward motion on the stick, not in game. For non-X rekkas into quarter circle backwards heavy punch, it's always 1, 2, 3, 4. And once the last quarter circle backwards heavy punch hits, we do the DM. Keep in mind, it's a juggle, not a cancel. So you do it after the quarter circle backwards heavy punch makes contact and sends the dummy airborne. Make sure you get the second part of the trial under your belt. Okay, now the easy part is over. Let's move on to the meat and potatoes. We start off with a quarter circle backwards X punch. This gives a lot of hit stun. Now try to link it with a heavy punch as soon as you feel like Duo Lon can move again. However, it's not that strict. You have some wiggle room. No need to hit it on the first frame possible. Now cancel the heavy punch into forward plus light punch command move and cancel into quarter circle forwards light kick slide teleport. When you're in front of the dummy, you can take a pause, recollect your thoughts, and proceed with the hop. Don't feel like the hop needs to happen immediately here. You can really afford to take quite a considerable pause and position your hands properly for the hop. Now you're going to have to hop, take a pause, go to neutral, hit him with a light kick on the way down on one of the last frames possible, take a slight pause, go to neutral, and cancel into forward X kick. What we're looking for here is to hit with a forward X kick as low to the ground as possible without getting a whiff. If you get this, it means you canceled into forward X kick just a little too late and probably connected with the airborne light kick a little too late as well. However, you're on the right path. Just adjust the timing slightly. And here's a trick to help you with these hop loops. You have to literally let go of the stick and move your hand away for each separate move to keep you from inadvertently dragging, which is something you might be naturally conditioned to do. The pauses are quite hefty and you should be going to neutral after each one. So by letting go of the stick and moving your hand away from the push buttons, you deny yourself the opportunity to do it wrong. Think of it like this. Hop, let go, pause. Light kick on the way down, let go, pause. Forward X kick. Now here comes the hardest part. The second Duo Lon lands and is able to move, you hop again. Take a considerable pause and press light kick on the way down. And this part is crucial to the success or failure of the loop. You may be conditioned to press light kick as soon as you hop because you're worried about the hit stun and strict timing, but don't. And I can't stress this enough. If you canceled into forward X kick on one of the last frames possible and hopped as soon as the game allows you to, you will have enough time to take a considerable pause after the hop and hit him with a light kick. You need to fight your instincts on this one. Remember, it's never up forward plus light kick like Marvel vs. Capcom or Guilty Gear. It's hop, pause, light kick on the way down. Always. After the light kick hits, we take another slight pause and cancel into forward plus light kick. And press heavy punch, HD heavy punch like we practiced before the split second before Duo Lon lands on the ground. You can use the let go of the stick technique for the second loop of hops as well. Remember the timing we're looking for. And don't be afraid to get blocked. In this trial, it's better to be too slow than too quick. If anything gets blocked or whiffs, just do it slightly faster the next time. So let's recap the whole trial. Quarter circle backwards X punch. Duo Lon can move again. We go heavy punch, cancelled into forward light punch, cancelled into quarter circle forward light kick. Take a pause, recollect your thoughts. Don't feel like you have to hop immediately. Now hop, wait until Duo Lon's on his way down, press light kick, take a pause, press forward plus X kick so it hits as low to the ground as possible. Now as soon as he lands, hop again. And take a pause, even if it looks like the opponent will be out of hit stun. Remember, this part is key. Hit with the light kick as late as possible. Slight pause, forward light kick. The split second Duo Lon lands, initiate the heavy punch, HD heavy punch, in quick succession like we practiced before, and cancel into quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch with a quick and steady tempo. And cancel the last rekka into quarter circle backwards X punch very, very quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now take a slight pause. Don't buffer or mash quarter circle forward punch. And when you feel like he can move again, do quarter circle forward punch 3 times and cancel into quarter circle backwards heavy punch. All 4 of them done with a very slow and controlled rhythm, especially when compared to the X versions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't change the tempo of the quarter circle backwards heavy punch cancel. Keep it the same as the rekkas or it might not come out. Now repeat, when you feel like he can move again, do quarter circle forwards light punch, quarter circle forward light punch, quarter circle forward light punch, quarter circle backwards heavy punch. The second rekka will whiff, so make sure you count your quarter circle forward motions in your head. Make sure you really do 3 of them. Don't think of what's happening on screen, think of what you're doing on the stick. When the last quarter circle backwards heavy punch connects, you have plenty of time to catch the dummy on his way down with a quarter circle backwards, half circle forward, X punch. And you're officially done with Duo Lon's trials, because trial 10 is a walk in the park. So the hard part is really over. Trial 10 is a piece of cake, especially when compared to Trial 9. But still, let's break it down. The new technique you should get familiar with is the 2 rekkas into forward plus light punch command move loop. So let's practice this first until it becomes second nature. In the corner, go into HD mode and do a quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, forward plus light punch, quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, forward plus light punch. The entire loop follows the same timing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No special pauses whatsoever. Learn to do the loop for as long as HD mode is active. And after the second rotation of the loop, we're gonna cancel the 3rd rekka into desperation move, using the delay technique we learned in previous trials. So, quarter circle forward punch, quarter circle forward punch, pause, quarter circle backwards, half circle forward, punch, immediately followed by another punch. Now start buffering the SDM so that you press both punches when the DM connects. You can practice this part on its own first. Now that we have the second part under our belt, let's look at the combo starter. Jump heavy kick, try to hit it low to the ground, heavy punch on the ground, cancelled into quarter circle forward X punch, followed by another quarter circle forward X punch, quickly cancelled into quarter circle backwards light punch. The trial says the second one is a quarter circle forward heavy punch, but it doesn't matter because it will be an X regardless if the first rekka is an X. So it's easier to just mash quarter circle forward X punch twice without having to think about switching buttons. Now the quarter circle backwards light punch that follows is a rather quick cancel, so don't be sloppy on that one. And now it's just a matter of flanking the standing heavy punch. As always, if you do it too early, nothing will come out. If you do it too late, it'll get blocked. Just find the right timing. If you want, you can hit it early and just double tap it. And now we're going to use the automatic HD activation technique this time around. So heavy punch, slight pause, heavy punch plus light kick at the same time. And now just go into the loop that we have learned on its own in the beginning. Congratulations, you're done. The next King of Fighters XIII tutorial is going to be for K-Dash, so stay tuned for that one. And after that, I'm probably going to shift to King of Fighters XV tutorials if I feel like the trials will be complex enough to warrant tutorials at all. I guess we'll have to wait and see. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.